This is a very special film, because it is like an old friend we meet along the journey of life. When we first met him, we thought he was just nonsensical and eccentric. But many years later, when we return weary and weathered, looking back we realize that beneath that boisterous comedic shell, he had already composed the most heart-wrenching poem of our lives. When did Joker's love for Zixia truly begin, and why was it destined to end in regret?
I guessed the beginning, but I could not foresee the end.
And why does that casual remark at the end feel like a thorn, piercing deeply into the heart of every adult?
He looks just like a dog.
This time bringing our own stories and regrets. Let us dive into the depths of this cinematic space. Time to trace the nuances of the plot and feel how the young man named Joker, through the tempering of love and pain, gradually donned the golden hoop to become the great sage equal to heaven. Or perhaps how he became us. 500 years ago, Sun Wukong was wild and unruly, his head free from the restraint of the golden hoop. He was not the faithful disciple we know today. Instead, he conspired with his sworn brother, the bull demon king, to devour his master, Tan Zansang, in a quest for immortality. Through Guan Yin's interrogation, we learn a crucial piece of information.
If you do not fear me, why did you want Zixia Fairy? And I'm steal her moonlight box.
These few words foreshadow the entire tragedy. Perhaps Zixia's first descent to the mortal realm had already crossed paths with Wukong, only to end in sorrow. His transgressions drew the wrath of Guan Yin after a chase lasting 3 days and nights. The unruly monkey was finally subdued by celestial law. His soul should have been extinguished. But at this critical moment, the man who was usually so insufferably talkative Tan Sansang, yet he demonstrates extraordinary compassion and a sense of duty.
Please tell the Jade Emperor that this humble monk is willing to give his life for his apprentices.
He stepped forward as the master, taking the blame for his apprentice. This act of self-sacrifice for righteousness touched the heavens. The Jade Emperor decided to grant Sun Wukong a chance at reincarnation, not as a simple pardon, but as a masterfully orchestrated, divine cycle of destiny involving all sentient beings. The sole purpose of this cycle is for Sun Wukong, through his trials, to truly grasp the essence of selflessness, so that he would willingly don the golden hoop, return to the righteous path, and fulfill the mission of the pilgrimage. There were 3 crucial prerequisites for this cycle to begin in. Sun Wukong had to be suppressed for 500 years to purge his malice before reincarnation. As a mortal, he must encounter the fated person who would give him 3 moles. This is the key to awakening his divinity. Most importantly, this mortal must experience the world's tribulations, learning to embrace and practice the spirit of self-sacrifice. Only when all conditions are met can he shed his mortal coil, regain his powers as the great sage equal to heaven, and rewrite history. To rewrite history. This phrase is a crucial clue left by Guan Yin in her later revelations, and the ultimate key to understanding the film's ending. Thus the seeds of karma have been sown, and a monumental trial of cultivation will begin 500 years later. The curtain rises. In the blink of an eye, 500 years have passed the once mighty great sage, now immortal on Mount Wuyu, a bandit leader named Zixun Bao. Leading a ragtag band of outlaws, he lives a life of robbery, carefree and wild. As for his true identity, as the reincarnation of Sun, he remained entirely unaware of the heavy mission he carried. His life was meant to be this simple and unrefined, until the arrival of 2 women, when the gears of fate began their heavy, inexorable grind. First to appear was Chun 39, a lone soul with a sharp mind. Veiled in black, she approached across the sands, clutching a spray of peach blossoms. Her goal was clear: to find the reincarnation of Sun Wukong, marked by 3 moles on his soul, and through him find the Tang monk to feast on his flesh for eternal life. But Zixun Bao, suffering from the effects of the 7 injuries fist, was seen double, had no time to admire the beauty before him, and even egged on his second in command to go and face his death. This detail subtly suggests that between Zixun Bao and Chun 39, there was never a fated romance. Immediately after, Bai Jingjing arrived, drifting in like a vision. When the recovered Zixun Bao first laid eyes on the ethereal Bai Jingjing, the sparks of destiny were instantly ignited.
Chief, your taste is quite terrible, isn't it?
To each his own.
This wasn't merely love at first sight. It was the debt of love from Sun Wukong's past life spilling over into this one. 500 years ago, Sun Wukong promised to marry her, only to betray her in the end. This resentment and obsession, lingering for 5 centuries, gave Bai Jingjing a motive far different from her senior sisters. She sought not the monk's flesh, but the heartless man who wronged her, to settle an old score. To win her heart, the habitually unkempt Ji Zunbao shaved his beard and groomed himself. This act unintentionally revealed a profile strikingly similar to Sun Wukong, stirring Bai Jingjing's long-buried memories.
The night is long and sleep eludes me. I thought I was the only one restless, but it seems you can't sleep either, Miss Jingjing.
Indeed. I wonder what keeps the chief awake.
To prove my sincerity to you, I've decided to cast away my former self. Do I look good?
It's you wretched monkey.
Wretched monkey.
Wukong Fei. On that famous sleepless night of longing and restlessness, Bai Jingjing grieves alone as the moon above her shifts from round to square. This is not a mere production error, but an evocative visual metaphor. When a heart is shattered, how can anything in this world remain whole? With the Bull Demon King's arrival, demons of all kinds descend upon Mount Wuyu. Ji Zunbao begins to have the same recurring dream, finding himself within the water curtain cave. The appearance of Patriarch Body unveils a glimpse of his divine destiny.
Years ago, to save all sentient beings, Tang Sansang braved countless hardships to seek the Western scriptures, hoping these sacred texts would redeem the world. Even the gods and butters in the heavens were deeply moved by his unwavering devotion. Witnessing this, the Jade Emperor granted Sun Wukong a chance at reincarnation, arranging for master and disciple to reunite in this life and fulfill their quest for the scriptures. Why are there so many demons appearing here? Now you understand.
Once Ji Zunbao used the demon revealing mirror to confirm that Spring 30 Mother and Bai Jingjing were indeed demons. A tragicomic farce of demon hunting begins to unfold. Just as Spring 30 Mother was about to strike a fatal blow, Bai Jingjing risked everything to save him, turning against her own sister. Though stricken by a deadly poison, she vowed to keep Ji Zunbao from harm. Her eyes betray that even after 500 years, her feelings for that rotten monkey have never faded. The blind man, now gravely wounded, is beyond saving.
All my life I know I've been a blind man. My best judgment in life was choosing to follow you, boss.
The sudden arrival of the Bull Demon King sends everyone scrambling for their lives.
Ah, we just woke up.
Oh, I see. Damn, outmatched by the Bull Demon King. The group flees in panic into Pansi Cave. Here, Ji Zunbao's journey reaches its first critical turning point. Bai Jingjing risks her life once more to save him, and the two escape the cave. Facing the dying Bai Jingjing, Ji Zunbao confesses that he is not the Monkey King, as he watches his beloved's life hanging by a thread. This once cowardly and self-serving bandit feels something long dormant deep within begin to awaken. He makes a startling decision to risk his life by returning to Pansi Cave alone. Lies about knowing Tang Sanzang's whereabouts, using it as a bargaining chip for the antidote. The concept of sacrificing life for righteousness was written by Tang Sanzang with his life 500 years ago. Now those same strokes are being carved bit by bit into Ji Zunbao's soul. The cruelty of fate is that a hero's growth is often forged through irrevocable loss. Upon waking, Bai Jingjing mistakenly believes she has been abandoned yet again. Tormented by both poison and a broken heart, she loses all hope and throws herself off the cliff. By the time Ji Zunbao returns with the antidote, he is met only with a void of regret and sorrow. Growth demands a brutal, bloody price. It is never a gentle process. Imprisoned in Pansi Cave by Shun Sanyang, a desperate Ji Zunbao discovers Guanyin's sacred artifact, the Moonlight Treasure Box. The 7 characters engraved on the box are derived from Buddha's scriptures, meaning to cross the sea of suffering in the cycle of samsara with great wisdom, and reach the shore of transcendence where there is no birth or death. These words foreshadowed that it was never just a simple time machine, but a vessel that guides the bearer to see through fate and achieve awakening. When he recites the mantra, he is instantly pulled into a space of consciousness. There, a spiritual message left by Bodhisattva Guanyin 500 years ago is triggered. Guanyin tells him that his entire life has already been predestined. Only by voluntarily donning the golden hoop can he return as the great sage and shoulder the heavy responsibility of rewriting history. But the price is this.
From now on, all worldly affairs shall no longer concern you. No more earthly desires or lingering attachments. You must devote yourself to the Buddha. You have not yet truly become Sun Wukong and transcended the world. This is because you have yet to meet the person who will give you the 3 moles.
This warning set the stage for his impending tragedy. Meanwhile, Bai Jingjing, revived by the Bull Demon King, returns to the Silk Cave, but she mistakes the child of Chun Sen Xinyan and the second master for her own. With Ji Zunbao heartbroken, she takes her own life. Witnessing the tragedy, the returning Jai Dunbao activates the Moonlight Treasure Box, traveling back through time repeatedly in a desperate attempt to save his love. But each time he is a fraction of a second too late, as if fate were mocking him. In his final attempt, just as he is about to succeed, his cry of "my wife" causes Bai Jingjing to hesitate. Ultimately, both of them perish at the hands of the Bull Demon King.
Once more,
Driven by the most profound grief and obsession, the Moonlight Treasure Box finally activates its true core function. No longer responds to Ji Zunbao's superficial plea to save Bai Jingjing, but instead hurls him back 500 years to the very origin of all karma. He must return there to meet his destined encounter, completing his final and most crucial spiritual trial as a mortal. A twist of fate, yet predestined. He travels back 5 centuries, and here, the first person he meets is not his beloved Bai Jingjing, but a fairy, an immortal.
A demon.
Thank you.
She arrives alone on her mount in robes whiter than snow, holding the Ziqing sword as she declares,
Everything on this mountain belongs to me now, and that includes you. Where?
She is the wick from the Buddha's altar lamp, Sixia Fairy, with a light brand on the soles of his feet. The 3 moles, the mark of Sun Wukong's awakening, finally appear. This scene mirrors the journey of our own lives. We often fixate on a certain person or a specific goal, believing it to be the sole purpose of our existence. We try desperately to hold on, yet fate constantly forces us onto a different path, leading us to different people. At the time, we may be full of resentment and confusion, but looking back, years later, we realize that wrong path was actually the only way to discover our true selves.
Sesame open.
Dai Tsun Bao initially approaches Sixia with a purely utilitarian motive: retrieve the Moonlight Treasure Box and return to the future to save Bai Jingjing. He plays the sycophant with silver-tongued words, unaware that a deeper bond is quietly blossoming between them.
Let's tie our hands together. We'll find out tonight.
An accident. He unsheathed the Ziqing sword, which only Zixia's destined love could pull out. In that instant, Sixia fell completely and irrevocably in love. She believed that the seemingly cynical man before her was the peerless hero she was destined to meet.
Immortal or demon? Only I and my soulmate can unsheath this sword. Even if he is a demon, I will follow him for the rest of my life.
When immortals yield to mortal desires, they become bound by earthly emotions and are destined to pay the price for it. To see into Jai Zunbao's soul, Zixia ventured inside his heart, only to witness his obsession with Bai Jingjing. Heartbroken Sixia left something inside him, a single tear. This is the most masterful and heartbreaking detail of the entire film. Sixia's love is wholehearted and unconditional. She is like that person we all met in our youth, loving so purely, so recklessly, believing so firmly in destiny, believing that her beloved is a peerless hero. Then Ji Zunbao witnessed the historic moment of Guan Yin subduing Sun Wukong. But this timeline had already been altered by his intervention. Instead of sacrificing himself, Tang Seng was sucked into the Moonlight Treasure Box along with him. Ji Zunbao was forced to take up Sun Wukong's thread of fate in this timeline, continuing to play along insincerely with the Bull Demon King. When he met Zixia again, his subconsciously evasive eyes and awkward smile already betrayed the conflict in his heart, though he had yet to realize it. At the Bull Demon King's wedding to trick him out of the Moonlight Treasure Box and ensure his survival, Ji Zunbao uttered that classic lie to Zixia as she held him at sword point.
Once there was a sincere love laid before me, but I did not cherish it. Only when it was gone did I feel such deep, futile regret. There is no greater pain in the world than this. If heaven would grant me another chance, I would say 3 words to that girl. I love you. If I had to set a time limit on this love, I hope it would be 10,000 years.
These words were an outright lie at the time, yet they became a self-fulfilling prophecy. accurately foretelling his future state of mind. Perhaps this is life's greatest irony. The words we most wish to take back are often spoken most carelessly when we understand love the least. After a series of chaotic battles and escapes, Supreme Treasure, having fallen off a cliff, was rescued by the body triad. In his coma, he dreamt repeatedly, called out Jing Jing, yet it was Zixia who appeared in every dream.
While you were unconscious, you called out Jing Jing 98 times.
Jing Jing is my wife.
But there's another name, Zixia, which you called 784 times.
The body patriarch's words revealed the hidden truth. 784 times, this number like a thunderbolt struck through Supreme Treasure's chaotic heart. He was finally forced to confront the question he had long ignored and suppressed. Who does he really love? At that moment, the Bai Jing Jing from 500 years ago appeared, facing his former beloved Supreme Treasure, felt none of the joy of a long-awaited reunion. He promised to marry her. Yet he woke up laughing in his sleep. Because he was dreaming of Zixia, the perceptive Bai Jing Jing sensed everything. She entered Supreme Treasure's heart and saw the tear left behind by Zixia. She realized that although this man had traveled across 500 years, the one he was looking for was no longer her. She chose to let go gracefully, leaving a letter behind to fulfill his destiny with Zixia. Supreme Treasure did not give chase at this moment. All the question marks in his heart finally resolved into a full stop. He understood it all now. Over time, the bond of deep affection has far surpassed the initial spark of love at first sight. The one he truly loves is Zixia, however. This belated awakening has pushed him to the very brink of death. To exact her revenge, Shun Sanyang pierces his chest with a blade. In his final moments, his only obsession is to discover what Zixia had truly left behind inside his heart. Death is not the end, but the beginning of rebirth. Jie Tunbao's soul returns to the water curtain cave. This time, he sees everything clearly. He sees that crystal tear left by Zixia, instantly understanding the profound weight of her love. He sees how worldly hatred can span 500 years, still remain unresolved, realizing the Buddha's truth. What is there to grieve in life or suffer in death? Only by having known attachment can one truly let it go. Thus, his spiritual journey is complete. Calmly, he walks toward the long-dormant Ruyi golden cudgel, ready to put on the golden hoop.
Wan Yin wounds him once more. Once the golden hoop is on, you will no longer be a mortal, and you must never again touch the desires of the human world.
Before donning the hoop for the last time as Zhi Zunbao, he recites those words.
Once there was a sincere love before me. But I did not cherish it, only when it was lost. I feel such deep regret. There is no greater pain in this world than this. If heaven could give me another chance, I would tell that girl I love her. If I had to put a time limit on this love, I hope it would be
10,000 years, but this time, every word is filled with infinite sincerity, remorse, and agony. As the hoop tightens, the boy Jai Sun Bao dies, and Sun Wukong, the man burdened by duty, is reborn. How harrowing the cost of this growth truly is. If I do not wear the golden hoop, how can I save you? If I wear the golden hoop, how can I love you? This is the cruelest dilemma in the world of adulthood. Everyone carries a golden hoop of their own throughout their life. It could be the duty of starting a family, or the pressure of providing for one's own, or the social roles we are compelled to fulfill. By putting it on, we gain strength and status, yet we lose the recklessness of youth and the courage to love without reservation. Sun Wukong arrived upon 7 colored clouds clad in golden armor, descending like a supreme hero at his beloved's most desperate hour. Zixia's wish came true. She guessed the beginning, but she could never have foreseen this tragic end. By then, he was already the great sage who had severed all desires, forced to endure the heartache, and keep her at a distance.
Stop this madness. Do you understand what I just told you?
But do you understand? I'm no longer an immortal. I only know one thing. Loving someone is pure agony.
The moment Zixia blocked the Bull Demon King's fatal blow for him, all his restraint shattered in an instant.
My beloved, it is a supreme hero. One day he will come to marry me on 7-colored clouds. I guessed the beginning, but could not foresee this ending.
The golden hoop tightened a divine punishment for his feelings, and a physical manifestation of his boundless inner agony. He tried to hold on to her as she drifted away, but he was powerless, forced to watch his beloved vanish into ashes. Why did Zixia's divine powers fade? Because from the moment she fell in love and shed tears, she was no longer a transcendent immortal, but a mortal bound by earthly emotions. Her devotion defied the laws of heaven, condemning her to be the tragic sacrifice. In this trial destined for Sun Wukong, the grief-stricken Sun Wukong defeated the Bull Demon King and fulfilled his destiny. As the Moonlight Treasure Box crumbled into dust, using one final leap through time and space, the Master and his disciples arrived in an entirely new timeline. This is the rewritten history that Guan Yin had spoken of. In this world, everything has become harmonious and beautiful. Longevity Monk is no longer long-winded, but brief and pithy. The disciples get along in harmony, and the second brother is no longer a bandit. Instead, he became the top scholar, and married Chun 39 and Bai Jingjing. With 2 beautiful wives, even Grandmaster Body has become a tour guide. Everyone who once suffered in the cycle of samsara has found a happy ending, except for Sun Wukong, the sole witness and executor of this grand reincarnation. He has transcended samsara only to be eternally imprisoned by his own memories, bearing the full weight of all the love and pain alone, high atop the city wall, under the setting sun. A sunset warrior, resembling Zhizunbao, and an infatuated woman, resembling Zixia, stand in a standoff. The scene feels like an echo of the regrets from 500 years ago as Sun Wukong watches them. It is as if he's looking at his former self. Unable to bear it any longer, he casts a spell to possess the warrior, striding forward to kiss the woman with desperate abandon. This kiss, spanning 5 centuries, is his long overdue response to Zixia. It is also the most dignified and tender farewell to a love that could never be. He gave them a perfect ending, while personally marking an eternal end to his own romance.
That man looks so strange. He looks like a dog.
This line is a stroke of genius, serving as the ultimate emotional anchor of the entire film. It is far more than a simple mockery. When we were young, we saw it as a joke, a piece of nonsensical ridicule. Only as adults do we realize that this seemingly playful line captures the full measure of life's bitterness and resignation. It speaks of those who, for the sake of duty and mission, have sacrificed the freedom to love and smoothed over all their edges. Of those who bow to reality, donning the golden hoop of maturity, suppressing all whimsy and raw emotion, appearing utterly pathetic. Yet, it is every adult who must forge ahead with heads held high. A Chinese odyssey uses a mythic tale to narrate the epic of our own growth. We were all once Joker, viewing the world as a playground, where we could love, hate, or lose one another with carefree abandon, until the day we meet our own Zixia, who leaves a certain mark within our hearts, teaching us the meaning of attachment and the weight of responsibility. And so we inevitably and even willingly don that golden hoop. Yet by the time you finally become a peerless hero, you find the one you wish to protect most is no longer there. This perhaps is fate, and all we can do, having understood this futility, is to choose as he did, to turn our backs on love and walk the long road west, fearless and resolute. So when watching a Chinese odyssey, if you laugh, you are still young. If you cry, it means you finally understand life. And if upon seeing that solitary figure from behind, you feel a pang of bittersweet resonance, then welcome to the world of adults. For we were all once that peerless hero who looks just like a dog.